The United Nations is appealing for more money to fight the devastating famine in the Horn of Africa. The UN says it's raised only about half of what it needs. In Somalia, hundreds of people are dying of starvation every day. Many more are fleeing to neighbouring Kenya in search of help. Africa correspondent Ginny Stein is at the world's largest refugee camp in Dadaab.
The people of southern Somalia know if they are to get help, their best option is to leave. Khalif Ali Abdurrahman is from near Somalia's coastal capital of Mogadishu. He and his family have just arrived in Kenya after walking for almost 3 weeks. For some, the decision was made by others. 14-year-old Isnino Aden was traded into a forced marriage by her father. The price, 3 goats and 2 cows. She gave birth to her daughter Habiba as she crossed over into Kenya.
All of the animals died because of the drought. My husband didn't come home because he was in such a bad mood and he couldn't travel. He said I should go.
For months now, Somalia has been bleeding its exhausted and hungry people across its borders at the rate of almost 2,000 people a day. This MSF-run hospital is building new intensive feeding wards to cope.
We are talking of about 40 admissions in a whole month last year, and now we're talking about more than 400 in a month, more than 10 times the increase.
While the need is overwhelming, aid dollars remain in short supply. The UN's main food delivery agency does not operate in southern Somalia, the epicentre of the famine crisis. It's been banned by the Islamic militants who control the region.
We estimate there are more than 11 million people in need in the region as a whole. So I think, I'd like to say we should look at the big picture, not just south of Somalia. Of course we'd like to get in there.
The vast majority of people fleeing the famine are women and children. For the men who've travelled out of insurgent-held areas in the south, they speak of meeting great danger and difficulties. But there's almost a collective refusal to say anything else. And the reason for that is fear of being heard. Al-Shabaab militants are amongst those who've fled. Ginny Stein, ABC News, Kenya.